Question for you this week. Do you have a leasing plan for your shopping center? Now take a moment and think about that. And when I say leasing plan, I don't mean, hey, if my space is vacant, I'm gonna call a broker, they're gonna put a sign up in the window, and they're gonna put an ad online, and whoever calls off that ad that has good credit is gonna get the spot. That's not a leasing plan. Do you actually have a plan of how you wanna set up your shopping center with your ideal tenant mix? The owners who do have a plan, they go out and get much more rent for their properties, and when they go to sell, they get much more value out of their properties. Probably the most basic one that everyone should be implementing is searching for complementary tenants. So a great example of this is, let's say you have tenants in your shopping center that rely a lot on face-to-face interactions with clients. Financial advisors, insurance agents, real estate brokerages. Let's say you have one of those types of tenants in your shopping center. Now let's say you go out and add a cafe. Now, when a financial advisor wants to meet with a client, they can just walk a little bit and meet in the cafe with their client. Now it's a more welcoming environment to host clients at, and the cafe makes a little bit of revenue off the coffee sales. So you want to be searching for complementary tenants that already mesh well within your shopping center. If you want to take things to the next level, go look at Google search trends. Google will tell you what type of businesses are being searched for in your area. So the cool thing about it is, if you go on Google search trends, see your zip code, and see that, for example, shoe retailers have had thousands of searches over the past few months, and there are no shoe retailers in your area, you should probably go and think about attracting a shoe retailer, because that would add a lot of interest and a lot of traffic to your shopping center. You probably go to other shoe retailers in other submarkets and say, hey, there's so much interest for a shoe retailer in this submarket. Take a look at all the Google search trends going on in my area. Do you want to come over here? And that could be a really easy pitch to attracting a shoe retailer to your area. On top of that, look at cell phone data. Cell phone companies will actually go out and sell the cell phone data of their subscribers. And the cool thing about that is cell phones track everything. They can track how many people there are on location. They track where those people come from and where those people go. When you start implementing these approaches, when you start thinking about complementary tenants, when you start thinking about Google search trends and what businesses are demanding in an area, when you start looking at cell phone data and see what businesses are killing it in other markets, and you start implementing those strategies into your shopping center, you're gonna start getting a lot more rent and a lot more value from your property, because now you're drawing in more traffic, you're serving the community by serving their interests, and you can really curate the type of person who visits your shopping center. Now, how do you go about setting up a plan? Obviously, the first thing you can do is just take a look at your shopping center and think logically. Hey, if you have face-to-face tenants, think about adding a cafe, or actually just ask your tenants, like, what do you think would go great into filling my vacancies, or who should I target as vacancies come up? Just think about that logically. The next step above, look at Google search trends. That's completely free. You can go on Google and figure out what people are searching for in an area, and it'll tell you. That'll be great for your planning purposes. On top of that, go out and buy cell phone data. Go on Google, search for cell phone data brokers that will tell you the area visits of their subscribers, of where their subscribers are going to. Probably the simplest thing is going on kvrea.com, booking a consultation with me, and we can go over your shopping center together and figure out the best plan for you. So that's the topic of this week. Do you have a leasing plan for your shopping center? If you do, you're gonna make a whole lot more money and get a whole lot more value from the shopping center. Visit kvrea.com for more helpful tips like this. See you next week.